Hello my great people, my great people. Ni mimi hapa Mtana, tuko kwa Mtana TV show and our topic today is on marriage and relationship. Kuja tuingie deep to understand ni nini hizo, what are the things that maybe zinakosa kwa hizi marriages, relationships zinafanya wasi wana end up separating. Nini zinachangia hizi mambo na infidelity, mipango ya kando, hizo vitu zote kujini hapa tuongea. And I'm waiting for my co-host Ann. Maybe she's caught up somewhere. She's supposed to be here. I was supposed to host her today, but I don't know what's happening. But guys, if you're there, you can hear me in the comment section. You can ask a question, and I'll be more than willing to answer. I'll be more than willing to answer your question. I will be more than willing to answer your question. So guys, come, let's have a talk. Let's have a chat. Because I believe kuna shida. There must be something inasumbua mahali, because you'll find out the siku hizi marriages hazilast. Watu wanaoana mwaka moja mbili wana separate. So ndio nataka mkuje to go into details as I wait for my I'm hosting Ann Maura. Most of us are not sure what we want in a marriage, or rather, like if I start by saying utapata majority of marriages ama relationship inaanzia, kuna zile hata hakuna relationship, is a result of watu wawili walipatana wakasin. Yes, I say wakasin because kuna watu they are married today as a result of kuna mtu alikuja ikawalazimisha waoane. Kuna watu wameoana because kuna watu kidogo maybe kuna watu wameoana because maybe the parent want them together, or kuna msi maybe amefeel ako financially stable and needs a partner. So kuna mambo mengi ziko involved kuna vitu mingi ziko involved zenye zinachangia Like it's a lunch, like it's a topic yenye inahitaji deep discussion. So I'm still here waiting for Anne. I can see. Yes, Anne, welcome, Anne. I can see you. Welcome. Try joining with the link I sent. Though somehow imenisumbua sana. I've been trying to connect this thing for the last maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Tunaona nimekutumia link kibao hapo kwa inbox. So hebu try through yenye nimekutumia hii yenye nimetuma sahi. Because this topic it cannot be complete without you because nataka wewe uichangamkie. It's here Ann. I've only dropped it here. Nimeituma it's Nicholas Kome. Nicholas Kome. Ndio hiyo link. No, I've already dropped the link there. Ama can you try joining using it? Nimeidrop hapo tayari kwa comment hapo. Or it's not working. Is it working or not? Because like imenisumbua sana, network yangu pia ikakuwa so poor. And the link sent by hiyo nini ya Nicholas Kome. Auoni Nicholas Kome? Nimekutumia hiyo link mara mob my dear. Nimeituma, please try, or I just send you inbox. Pia hapa nimetuma. Hiyo yenye natuma na Nicholas Kome, that's me. Ama maybe there is something I'm not doing it. Sijui what's not happening. And did you get it? Umeipata ama bado inasumbua? And can you get it? Niko kwa student, let me in. Okay, let me check. Great. Supposed to do what here, man? Two people. Sijui nini sifanye hapa cause hata sikuoni mimi. Hata sioni sioni haki, I can't see you. Sijui na kuacceptia wapi because I can't even see you. Well, am I supposed to go back or what? I don't- And let's see, and are you still there? Yeah, I don't know what I'm not doing here because I'm trying to see you. Sikuoni. Ndio ndiko invite and see. I think I'm having an issue. I'm having an issue that I cannot sort out. I don't know what's happening here. Are you still? Umejoin tayari? Have you already joined the live?
Hello.
How are you?
Finally, finally we're here. Hi. Sorry
Ah,
for that.
I'm
There's
telling
always
you,
that.
I,
There's always first time.
I was struggling. I'm telling you.
It's okay. Sasa saizi niko ndani saizi, niko ndani. Hi.
Karibu sana. Umekuwa wapi? I'm good. How is everything?
Thank you so much. Thank you. There's always that in the first time. But this is not your first live, yeah? Using the StreamYard, it's not your first time, right?
The other one you invited me.
As in having a guest, is it your first time?
Yes.
Ah, that is why. There is always that. It happens.
How is everything?
This is how
Welcome
we
to
learn.
my. By the way, you learn slowly. You learn by making those mistakes and then you move on.
Exactly. Yeah, so
Yes, welcome.
happy to
Now,
be here.
I
Thank you for
wanted us to
having
discuss. Yeah, you are
Thank you
most
for having me.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so start with your opening short and so that we can start.
Okay, so good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you're watching from. My name is Anne. In case you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Anne, official Anne Moura. Yes, and I'm happy to be here.
You're most welcome. So, without wasting too much
Yeah.
time, Anne, I think I wanted us to discuss something to do with marriage and relationships. And now to make it more wide or more open, I want us to discuss or to check on what are the things we should consider before entering into a relationship or marriage and after. Which are the factors to consider? Hope you are getting me,
Yes,
Anne.
sorry for a minute. I think I lost you there. I don't know if you can hear me clearly.
Now I can hear you.
Now I can hear you. Yeah, sorry, I lost you. I didn't quite get what you said, but I'm aware of the topic of the day is about relationships and
Marriages.
yeah, marriages. Yeah.
So I would rather
So
we start
I would
from
rather we start from
which are the things to
which
consider
are the things
before
to consider
getting into a
before
relationship or a marriage.
into a relationship or a marriage. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious uh, that a marriage is when two people, a husband and a wife, agree that they are gonna stay together. Yeah, and the main aim is to bring a family that is good, right from the beginning, to raise a family and to have a future with. But a relationship is when you're getting to know somebody, right? You're getting to know somebody with the intentions that you might spend the rest of your life with them, right?
And
And
I don't know if it's from my
I don't
side
know
or
if it's
your
from my
side.
side or your side,
You're not clear.
you're not clear. I'm very sure it's my network. My network is normally very, very, very. Oh my goodness. Can't be. I'm glitching. Yani na katika.
Yes, are you there?
Yes, are you there? Yes, yes, I am. You can't hear me?
So guys, I think
So, guys,
Anna,
I think
I don't know if from my
I don't
side
know
or
if
your
from my
aunt side,
side
but
or
we're
your
having
aunt side,
some
but you're having some
glitch.
itch. But I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you clearly, Kitana.
And you yourself, can you
And you
hear me?
yourself, can you hear me? Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Our network is
Oh,
being us
network is being
justice
us
today. I don't know
justice
what's
today. I
happening.
don't know what's happening. But I can hear you. Mtana, I can hear you.
Okay, now I can hear you too.
I can hear
Now you're
you.
clear.
I don't know. Maybe it was my headpiece. I can hear you clearly.
Also, me, I can hear you clearly now. I think it was your earpiece, earpiece. I mean, so I think so. She's gone. Guys, let her sort out. I think she had some issues with the network, or maybe I don't know, but I know she'll be back. She will certainly be back. And so, guys, Don't go. I'm sure you're going to have a very, very, very educative moment, or you're going to have a very what's happened here? Did I not join now, or what happened? And I'm sorry, can you join again, please? I don't know what has just happened. Please, can you join again? If yes, you can hear me, please. Can you join again? Can you come in again? I'm waiting for you. I am waiting for you. I'm coming home. So, guys, today I know it might not be a long conversation, but I'm certain sure. Okay. Yeah. So, Anne, welcome back.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back.
I was hearing you clearly.
Welcome. Myself now I can get you clearly too. Now uko fine. Myself now I can get you now uko fine.
Okay. I think I'm not very sure, but let's say maybe the problem is from my end. I usually have this. My friends call it China Wi-Fi, China connection. I don't know.
Uh, uh
So
so now Anne, I think now you are together, you can hear me clearly now. You are together, you can hear me clearly now.
yes, I can hear you. And later, when you check out this video, you will notice that my audio was also clear. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I have another gadget and it's flowing. It's flowing. It shows that the
But
voices
now
are
you
okay.
are okay. But now you are okay.
Okay. So as I was saying, we were
Yeah.
going to check out a relationship and a marriage, right? First,
Yes.
in the first place.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So I was saying a marriage is when a man and a wife come together or such with the aim of spending their lives together and doing recreation, right? Having children and so on and a future together. The relationship is when probably you're getting to know somebody, right?
Yes. Now, Anne, to cut you short, that's the general part of it. That's the general part of it.
Yes.
But now there are factors. You know, when you talk of marriage, hope she's not gone. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is not happening.
Dana, sorry, I pressed the back button as I was checking on the settings as I speak. Sorry for that. And I threw myself outside.
That's what I was doing last time also. That's what I was doing last time also.
Now I will not touch that button anymore.
Last time I tried to go to the comment and I also found myself out.
So I will just stay here and calm down. I will not try anything. Yes. So you were saying something?
So as I was saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Like many people have taken marriage exactly the way you have explained. But there are things we consider before maybe I, Matana, I decide I'm taking Anna as my wife. Or there are things, the how do I call them? The normal things.
Yes.
That people ignore. in fact, those are the things that I want us to discuss today. There are many things that we ignore. Or cause the reason I decided to come with this topic about marriage is you are going to realize now to give you the clear
Yes.
picture of how I wanted us to put it. You are going to realize nowadays many marriages are not lasting for more than 3 years.
Yes.
So you find you find people underpaid marriage, well organized, they were full of love, but within no time things just get out of hand. People are divorcing, people are separating. Now I want to understand what could they have skipped during the time they were courting or they are dating. What is that they missed along the way? Because I believe if you try to research on these marriages and these relationships, you are going to find there is something they missed somewhere. I hope you can get me clear.
Sorry. Can you repeat the last part of what you said, please?
The last part I've said, like you find out the reason maybe these people are separating, maybe they missed something during maybe the time they are dating. Like what they listen, what they listen behind all these separations, people separating, people cheating in relationships. What could be the issue? Because there must be something that is pushing people to end up in these situations.
I believe there is mainly the insecurities. I will say mainly
Yeah.
most relationship ends because of insecurities.
Yeah.
Then there is the issue of trust. Somebody is not trusting the other one. I don't think actually it's what they didn't do before.
Yeah.
Those are the main one. I believe the main one. Insecurity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And lack of trust.
Insecurity and lack of trust, I think mostly they are forcing people not to start going out of their marriages. Maybe they start seeing other people. Because I believe maybe it has to start there. If I'm doubting you or I doesn't trust you, then it means when there's no love. Because the moment you start doubting your partner or you don't trust your partner, then it means from there is a big problem.
Yeah, you can love somebody but have trust issues. You see?
Yeah.
Mainly people say it's jealousy, but it's lack of trust. If you trust somebody, if somebody tell you I'm coming from work and you trust them, you love them, but you have something telling you that maybe he's not from work or something. I believe trust has a very, very huge part to play.
And by the way, to talk of trust, when you feel that there are two things that people should get worried of. Maybe you don't know. I'll tell you two things about trust issues. If you have that insecurity with your partner, there are two things involved. One, it's either you love this person too much.
Yeah.
Second thing, it's either you are doing something yourself, and that makes you think he could be or she could be doing the same thing. Those are two things behind insecurity, nothing more. So if you have a partner who has insecurity issues, if you have someone with insecurity issues, you have to understand he or she is on which line. In the line that she loves you too much, that she's afraid of losing you and she's so insecure and so forth, or he or she is doing something, and when you are doing something, you keep thinking the other person is doing the same thing.
I will settle with that side of she might love you so much. She might love you so much that she's having a fear of losing you.
That's the first one.
That could be the main, but
that
mainly
could be the main.
not that
but
they're
also
doing
don't
something
ignore
sneaky.
this other part. very necessary. And don't ignore this other part. The insecurity could be caused that maybe me as Mtana, I'm doing some fishy things. It triggers you know to feel insecure.
Because
When this person is away, your mind is like, maybe anafanya hizo vitu. You know, it comes either way. But now before we get there, before even we get in the insecurity, me, I want to start from the dating time. You know, and if you ask me today, we have 3 types of marriages. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We have
So
3 types of marriages.
Yes. 3 types of
the first one, it's where 2 people meet, they plan, they arrange, and they set a date, they get married. This is the first one. The second one, watu wawili wanapata, 2 people meet, they have challenges, they share house, they are married. They have divided responsibilities. They were girlfriend, and I tell Anne, because of my girlfriend, instead of us paying 2 different houses, let's move to one house, and from there you are married, just like that. You are now an husband and wife. This is the second marriage. The third one.
Come we stay.
The third one. Nicholas meet Anne, and after that meeting, Anne is pregnant. And since Anne is pregnant, she has to get married to Nick. That's the third marriage.
This third one is the same as out of inconveniences. Now you don't have any other choice than to just get married. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Now I want us now to start, because I've given you 3 types of marriages. Now I want us to start with this one. Anne gets pregnant, and now she has to get married to Nick because she's now carrying Mtana's a baby. Let's now start. Is this a marriage, according to you? Can you call that a marriage?
This one is you might be just coming here because of the baby. It's not. I'm not sure here you are for them. Did you even get to know each other?
Thank you. That's the question.
Because some people just, that one is quite tricky because maybe you didn't know each other. Now you are coming here to know each other because you have this baby, this third person in the relationship.
Yes. And now if you happen today to know, that is the most people in Kenya, I think 70%, they got married through that process. The youth of today.
Not only in Kenya, but
let's forget about
many
our
parts
parents.
of the world, actually.
Let's forget about our parents. These people, they do most of the things the right way. The generation of today, 80%, that's how they are getting together. And that's why that relationship can never last. Reason being, I don't know anything about Anne. Me and Anne, we doesn't know the challenges of a marriage. This is where it starts. Now, this one involves all. Those who dated, those who decided to share the house because they are boyfriend and a girlfriend, those who came because as a result of a child. The first thing that has pushed people to go through early in a marriage is because on the first place, you doesn't understand anything to do with marriage. The challenges, the things I'm going to meet there, the things I'm going to face in a marriage. So me and Anne, we meet, we are too excited. Maybe because Anne is employed, she has some cash, I have my money. We go out, we have those dinners and so forth, and we feel life is so sweet, now we can get married. But we never discuss the challenges in a marriage. What happens if a child comes? What are the things that we are going to meet in this marriage? Now, when people, they go to that marriage with that excitement, and now they meet the real challenges of a marriage, they will quit.
That is the sad truth. That is the sad truth. Because
Yes.
the best part of getting married should be having had to know each other. If you're going
Yes.
to know each other inside the marriage, there are many things you will find out about your partner that you will not love, that will
Yeah.
lead to separation or divorce,
Yes.
or even the sad things we are seeing now on the internet of people having to end the lives of their loved ones, the such. That is
And do you
the
know
challenge.
why? And do you know why people are doing this? Also, people have been put to at a corner and got married to Nick, to Mtana, who is a celeb, or who is doing very well in life. We have 2 children, and there's this question of, what will people think of me? And now you stay in a toxic relationship. And let me tell you, the most dangerous relationship is the relationship which you are fought by want, insult, like psychological torture, not beating. Beating, you can run away. You cannot even kill yourself because you have been beaten. But I tell you, the moment someone tortures your end, your mind, your thinking capacity, your concentration, your mind, you lose it. Now you are there
That's true.
holding, trying to live. You are being tortured and you are afraid of going home because you have 2 or 3 children. What will people say? That's why people, they get depressed, and sometimes there's something to see people doing. It's not them. They are already possessed.
Yeah, that
They are
is
not
very,
themselves.
yes, stigma and what the society will say about you. But people should put mental health first. People should put,
Yes.
we need to normalize putting mental health first, and accepting if somebody is going through so much, they are welcome to come back to their homes. Parents should have open hands in such cases. Instead of
Exactly.
losing lives, they should
It's not a do or die.
accept people back. It's not like it's better to have somebody back alive and than to have them back in the casket, you know.
In the coffin.
The stigma and what society will say,
Sure.
that is the worst thing that is happening recently, especially during these hard times. Yes,
Yes,
Mutana.
come again.
I'm saying especially during these hard times that we are experiencing, inflation and everything. This is when people
I'm
are
losing
having
you,
to
my
question
dear. I'm
each
losing you. I'm
other.
losing you. I don't know if it's your internet or.
You can't hear me? You can't hear me yet?
I think network. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. I don't know if it's
Oh my
my network or what, but
Mtana, I can hear you clearly. You still can't hear me, Mtana? Oh my goodness.
Time like now. Okay, Anne, I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you clearly.
So So I usually advise people. There's a time I told someone, you'd rather go back to a parent and give your children a favor of seeing you for a longer time.
rather than stick there. Then
Yeah.
for this, people say I'm here for the sake of my children. Now, if you mess up and maybe you kill yourself, or you kill, or the father accuse the mother, or the mother accuse the father. Now, how did you save the children? Sometimes I say it's better, even those children, they come to see you at your home and they can go and see the father at his own place, but they know they have their parent alive.
Yes, that's very true. Most people stay in toxic relationships saying that they are doing so because of the kids. But what the kids are seeing, because you're staying there, is worse. They are seeing violence, they're experiencing lack of peace. That is the worst that can happen to kids.
Yes. And I know most of the time they seem to learn from what you people are doing. And either way, they'll turn to be you people. If in a house I'm always fighting with my wife and the children are watching, one way or another, they might turn to be violent with the father.
Definitely.
Or if it's the daughters, they'll be afraid to get married because now they feel all men are animals. The same way if it's the mother who is ruined, or always on those actions on the dance, the boys might feel women are we are the role models of our children.
Yes, this normally have very negative effect. It affects the kids negatively. They end up thinking what they see is right, and obviously it's wrong. It's a vice. It's not a virtue.
Yeah.
So it's better, again, on another point of view, it's better to walk out of a toxic relationship than to recruit the next generation to be the same as what you're going through. So the kids will innocently go and treat others the way they saw you guys treating each other.
Yeah, now to the next part of this issue about marriage and relationship, we discussed about infidelity, and you have said maybe because of insecurity. But I want to ask this question: why should now this one? I don't want to be kind of negative, but why should maybe someone like you married to another man, you are still living in his house, go get pregnant from another man and still keep like you keep it, it's a pregnancy from another man, but you are living under another man's house. Why? How does that happen?
That is lack of transparency. I will say that is lack of transparency. That person is not being honest, because a relationship should be based on honesty, trust, and mainly love. Yeah, if you love somebody, you will treat them with honesty and respect and love. As in, you will be genuine.
My question is this: if I will go to get a child with another man, why should I not leave this man and go to live with this man whom I'm getting his child?
People have complicated minds.
I don't know my thinking. I don't understand. Okay, you are my wife. You are still living with me. You are still staying with me. But you go, not an accident, get pregnant from another man. Maybe even two children. Then why can't you? Because I believe carrying a child is something you cannot just carry a child for anyone. Even if I'm not a woman, you cannot just carry a child for anyone. Why can't you now leave this guy? If you cannot carry him even a child and you're still living under his roof? Why can't you leave this man and go to this other man that you are carrying? I don't get it. I don't get it. Tell me.
I will tell you. I will tell you. Some people have very complicated minds. Complicated minds. See, this person is selfish in the first place. They are self-centered. You have a big question there. But this is brought upon because you are not being honest. Honesty comes first.
Yeah.
then that there is no true love there. There's no true love, because if somebody loves you, they will treat you with respect. They will not leave you and go to another person. That is adultery, right?
I get that. And that's now where my question is, Anne. You said there's no true love. Okay, you don't love this nigga. You don't love this girl. That's why you're getting children from another guy. Why can't you? That means then you love this guy that you are getting children for him. Why can't you move to this guy? Why can't you get away and separate with this man you're staying with, where you don't love him, and go to this other guy that you are getting children for him? That's my question. That's what I don't get.
Yeah, that is what I answered by saying people have complicated minds. People have very complicated minds.
No, that one is not even
Nothing
complicated. That person must be evil.
advocates for such kind of behavior.
That person must be evil, not even complicated. You must be evil.
How can we call such people?
Sure, because Anne, let me tell you today. Do you know the biggest harm you can do to a man? And any man who will watch this live will comment here and tell you, you would rather do anything else to a man rather than stay under a man's roof. Maybe you have 2 children which does not belong to him, and he knows these are my children. For a man, the most precious thing to a man is having people who will take after you. Like I have a son whom I know, if I'm not here today, my lane will not stop there. There is someone to take over me. Like there is a continuity of Mtana through my son. Now imagine maybe I got married to you, you have 3 children, you are at 70, and I realize all these children are not mine. Do you know what you have done to that man? Seriously. You know, women have never thought of it this way. That's why you find when a man realizes you will conquer that a different man,
vice versa
can even
also
kill
happens.
you. Yes.
Vice versa also happens. The vice versa also happens. There are men who does the same. You know that. Vice versa also happens.
I'm not advocating for this, but imagine if today you have my children. So, you know, for me, I cannot say that you are my wife and I've given you the wrong children. For a man can go out and have children behind your back, okay? And he still has children with you. And I'm not advocating for infidelity. Infidelity, I don't support infidelity. Men should stick to one wife. And if you feel you need an extra wife, get married to a second wife. But I don't advocate for infidelity. A man should stick to his wife, plan for future together, have children together, not having children outside your marriage. But in this case, and if today you are my wife and I have children out there, imagine these children can come and you can even join them together with the ones you have. But the moment me as a man, I don't even have a child, because the 2 children you have for me, or 3, they don't even belong to me. Yes, you are carrying them, but there's nothing. There's no my brand there. There's nothing. So meaning I don't have anyone after me at all. If anything happens at that moment, ni ile kwa Wameru tunasema unazikwa kando ya shamba. You are buried to the corner of the farm, so that you not interfere when the land is being divided. Unaekwa pale kwa corner because there's no one to take after you. This is one thing like I wish women can understand. If you don't love this man, you feel you cannot keep him, you better divorce this person, ama umuache, wacha apate depression, atatafuta mtu mwingine. Because seriously, it's something so heavy for a man, because men, even your father, is proud of you. Anasema ndamu yangu, these are my children. There's nothing that something which is so entitled to a man. My children, my blood. Like even if I'm not here today, these people are taking over me. Any jina yake itabaki, his name will always be there. Nick will be remembered through Anne, through this child, through this child. But now you just live like, I don't know, it's somehow painful. And any woman who is listening out there, if you have to go and get children from out there, make sure then at least you have one for him. If it's a massive, you have to go out there, which is not okay.
Yeah, I can relate. Really, nothing advocates for such kind of behavior, especially if you are in an agreement that you are husband and wife, and you're supposed to raise a family, and somebody is going out there and doing other things. But unfortunately, it's the sad truth. Today, I was checking your status, and millions and millions of Kenyans are HIV positive. That is alarming.
That one is a fact, my dear. It's a fact, no fiction, nothing exaggerated. That's the situation at hand at the moment.
Very sad. The sad truth is the sad fact.
And now where the fear is, where the problem is, the sick people are more healthier than people who are not sick. If you don't know.
Very, very sad. I
you know, back then we used to know people who were HIV positive because wangekonda, they would become thin and so forth, and you can see them from far. But now I'm telling you, you know, go to TikTok, they are there. And if you see someone who is saying is HIV positive, you're like, God, how?
Yeah. They are the most beautiful.
I'm telling you, most beautiful, most handsome, so healthy.
Yeah, because of the advanced technology of ARVs. Yeah.
And now you know the people I'm fearing for their lives and is our children. These are our small children.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Today we have a lot of children.
Yeah. My heart also goes for our
we have a lot of children born already positive. Do you know that?
Very sad, very sad. This is alarming, actually.
Yes, I tried to remember. We used to play that game we used to call Chababa and Chamama. You remember? And you would find us at that tender age trying to engage into sex at that tender age. And now my question sometimes when I look at my son, I'm like, what if there is a girl, maybe a friend, maybe in school, who is born and nobody knows? And you know, the life of today, we leave it to God. Things have changed. Like the life itself, everything is, I don't know.
I'm telling you, unless people change their ways, unless people have fear of God, because this is where again fear of God comes in. If you fear God, you will follow His ways. You will not go outside your marriage. You will not. You will practice abstinence, and because it's a wild world at the moment. It's a wild world.
All this won't change. You know, of late I've been watching a mom or a mother or a wife will catch his husband with a side chick, and now the side chick is the one who is even bitter than the main wife. She's the one even nowadays even they don't have the shame. You know, before she could even run away and start saying, but nowadays they are confronting the wives. Too much. They are harsh. They are harsh. They don't fear anything.
Very sad.
And
Very sad.
You realize that a lady was confronting the wife. The wife is older even than her mother. She doesn't care.
Yeah. Shameless people these days. Selfish and being self-centered. Nobody wants to check out on their other. Because if I am the young lady, and a man comes to me and I know he's married, this is the mistake we do. All of us. A lot of us have done it in the past, or we are doing it. But I praise God that I don't do something
the
like
issue
that
is,
again. Everybody does.
Even before you talk of being selfish,
but
our sisters, they are lazy. They don't want to work. The way Anne, you traveled all the way from Omukamwa, let me just go and look for money. They don't want to work. They want to go and drive. they want a beautiful life, but they don't want to work. How will you get it?
Yeah, that is the problem. That is the main problem. Easy money. We should
That's
just,
the problem.
we should just a lady told me your money is very sweet. I thank that lady. Ever since she told me that, I have never wished to have easy money. I've never wished to receive money from somebody. Your money is sweet. This is what she told me. Your money is very sweet. Yeah. So everybody should just think outside having money from somebody else. Working hard for your money. That one will
and
give
you know,
people,
and what is messing
like
up
Joy
with
was
our
telling,
sisters? I usually say I don't call them
saying,
ladies. I call them our sisters because they're our sisters and cousins. You know the problem? And I'm a man.
Sorry?
And I'll tell you, all these men walking around with these young ladies, there's no love. All these married men. And a lady will be like, I'm using this man. I'm taking his money. But when this man left that office, going to that club, he had a plan. He said, I'm going to have party. Naenda kupiga sherehe. Maybe they had a shortcut. Wakazi pale wakapiga deal. And in that deal, he sent this 10,000 ni ya kupiga sherehe. Wanawake, pombe. So you are part of the sherehe. You are not part of his life. You are not part of his plan. You are part of the sherehe. You and the beer, you are in the same class. So this 10K or 5K, these are deals people make. I'm telling you, these are deals men make, and they say, no, this 10,000, I'm going to use this money. Ni ashele, ndakupiga shele, wanawake na pombe. So you are not the part of the plan. You are just in the deal. You are just on the part, like how do I put it? You are like just like that beer. The moment he takes that bottle of beer, he's done with it. So for him, there's no pain. When you are using this money, there's no pain because he had planned this 10K. Is to entice you, excite you, make sure you are happy, you can get whatever you want, and that one is gone.
Use you and give you.
And for you get overexcited, and you think there's a relationship. Tomorrow, you want to get pregnant for him. And this man you are getting pregnant for him, he has a future, a life, a wife that he loves so much, and a future they have built together. Maybe they started from a scratch. They have, what do we call them? They have invested too much. And now when he looks at you want to destroy my family. I have children that I love. That's why you see a student has been killed when she's pregnant. She has been found on the road. These are the things. These are the reasons. Because for you, ilikuwa ni sherehe, ni party, wewe ni pombe kwake. Then you may introduce another thing which was not there. I'm pregnant. This was not the plan.
Yeah, that is false hope. That is putting false hope. And I'm wishing this would be a topic in school, just a subject on its own. As in, there be a subject where people are being prepared for what will be outside there, what you are expected to do when what happens. I wish it was a whole subject of its own, like social studies. It should entail all this.
The problem with our schools, they have taught us that you just have to pass the examination for your life to be better. They're not giving us the real issues on the ground, the things that we are going to meet on the ground, the things we are going to handle on the ground. They don't educate us on these issues.
Yeah, true.
The other thing I was telling my wife the other day,
that is sad.
These young girls, is the high time you just explain to them what it means by telling her, don't sleep with boys. Make her understand what is sex. Without fear, without shying. Explain to her what is sex, what happens if you make sex, there are diseases, there are pregnancy. Remind her if she's pregnant, she cannot even go to school, but that man will still continue the school. Give her the real picture. Don't go hiding tell her the real thing. Let her understand the real, like she get the effect of that thing. She will grow knowing that if I do this is the repercussion. Give her the real picture.
Yeah, Mtana. Yeah.
Yes.
I think the problem is that this topic is brushed when they are passing through reproduction in biology, when they are
Yes.
talking about some other topic in social study, but they just brush as they pass. I think it should be a lesson by itself,
Yeah.
a whole lesson by itself, like biology, social study. Now this one should be a topic of its own, so that maybe
Yeah.
people can get it right from school. But so far, I'm not, I doubt the system of our education. I doubt it so much. I doubt their interest. If they have
But me, I believe
children's
even apart
interest
from school, even apart from schooling, you as a mother,
at home,
me as
as
a
a
dad,
parent,
I have responsibility that I should take.
at
There are
home,
things that I should not wait for the teacher to do for my children. You get
very
it?
right, very true,
Yes,
very
it's
true.
me to sit my son down and tell him A, B, C, D, the way it is. Give him the plain picture, the way it is. Man to man talk. He's your son, I'm a man. Imagine I'm a man. This and this and this and this will cause you this trouble and this trouble and this trouble. But if you tell them things halfway, they want to go and try and know more because you didn't tell them everything. When you tell them things and they are left hanging, they want to research and know what you are trying to tell them. Tell them the way it is.
Yeah,
Sure.
like our days, we were just being told, I don't want to see you with a boy. You are not told. If a man tells you, like now, when I have conversation with my daughter, I normally make it very clear. I tell her, if somebody is telling you at this point that he love you, he doesn't, because now it's not the time. Now is your time to put all your focus in study and other activities that will help you. Because
also
now it's not the era where we tell children only to study. We have other skills you can do. You can do other activities, helpful activities. Yeah.
Always tell her, if a man tells you I love you at this age, she's asking you for sex. Because she cannot marry you at this moment. She just wants to use you. That's all she's just, if a man is asking a young girl, I love you, what do you love in a young girl who has not even, you are telling her I want sex. That's that's the way of saying, indirect way of saying I want to sleep with you. Now it comes by lying to her, I love you, to make you now feel you appreciate and you are
like
loved.
what can you offer?
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Yes, tell her I don't need your love now, because he's not talking about love. It's something else which is being covered with the name I love
you. Yeah. I normally make sure to tell her everything and in details and with examples. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what
so helpful.
This is something that even I'm
because
thinking.
People are
These
weird
are topics
outside
I'll start posting and making people understand. You have to tell your children. I saw a clip the other day. She was, I think, from these Tanzania people. A young lady, he met another guy, and he knocked him by the shoulder. Okay. And she tells the guy, nothing has happened to me. And now the guy asks him, why are you saying that? She tells her that my mom told me if a man touches me, something will happen to me. She knew the mother never told her which touch. And now the girl touches the guy and says, no, nothing is happening to me. Another guy tells him, no, let me go and show you. Let me go and show you.
Yeah.
When a man, where a man touches you and something happens. And now the lady is curious. She wants to know. She's taken to an unfinished building and you know what happens. But this girl is doing this because she was never told what touch. You just told her, don't allow a man to touch you. Something will happen. Which something? Where are you not touching me? Tell her, don't, this and this and it happens and this and this. Don't. But it's kind of, you're messing up. Before, I remember, Anne, at our time, you could not be even told a child is being born. You are cheated, a child is being bought.
Yeah.
Let your child understand a child is being carried on a stomach.
Everything.
Yes. You'll have a new baby.
So
she's being carried on my stomach. As she grows, and that's why now she's going to understand when you tell her, don't allow any man to do this and this because you are going to become pregnant. Can you carry a child at your age? Let her understand. It is through sex a child comes. No child which is dropped from heaven. You don't just eat mukimo and a child comes. Let her understand. It is because this action brings this result. The moment your child a girl is getting at age 10, because at the age she's now at risk. From age 10, she's on her mind to understand everything. You have to tell her anything. Your boy also, he get at age 10, make him understand each and everything the way it is.
Yes.
Remind him, tell him nowadays, remind her kuna ugonjwa. Tell her there is a sickness called this and this. It comes through sex. And some people are born with it and you don't know them. So don't go and sleep with young girls thinking they're okay. Don't go sleeping with young boys thinking they're okay. So they grow with that knowledge.
We should, we should explain everything with clarity, with example as much as we can, because now we are living in a good era of social media where you can go to YT and open and show the effects of HIV, how people look after HIV, the disadvantages, how people are neglected, how you cannot sometimes get a job, like how we travel here. If you are HIV positive, there's no way you can step here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You can even.
So those are the things that we have to go through and make these children understand.
Yeah. It's high time we talk. And back to the relationships.
Yes, back to the relationship
that we had.
There is a video I did still on relationship, and I discussed something about past in a relationship. Do you believe that past affects relationships?
I saw that video.
Yes, I had it, and someone was telling me we should leave our past, remain on the past. But my point was this, let me put it here again so that you can tell me if maybe, let me put it like this. I was saying, if today we are starting a relationship, me and you, there are some things that I did back that I have to tell you. Because if I keep them as a secret, one day when they comes out, I think this relationship might end. And I was saying, maybe today you have a child, okay? And we meet, but you don't bring the child on the picture. I'm a mother of one.
Yeah.
And we get married. And then later I come to learn you are a mother. I might leave you not because you have a child, not because I don't like the child, but maybe because according to me or according to my principles, I cannot marry someone with a child. Or maybe also I had a child before we met. I've never mentioned it. Then all of a sudden you discover I have a child. You might leave me because of that, not because you ate the child, but because maybe everybody has the qualities of the things you want. I cannot involve myself in this and this and this. So to me, I was saying there are past that we can never ignore. If you want, because past, especially a dark past, there are some past which are not good. Good past will never undo, because even if it comes, it's an additional advantage because it's something good you did. But this is something negative. Sometimes you have to check and share them with the people you are starting a new chapter with. Like maybe back then I used to do this and this and this. So if you happen to meet someone and ask you, oh, this guy was like this and this, and so that still you can make that decision from now on, knowing there is a time Nick was a drug addict. There was maybe a time Nick did this and this. Maybe as already maybe there is a time I had an abortion. Because things happen. Maybe it was an accident, you had an abortion. Maybe it was something that forced you to do it. Then you get married, you start having issues. Then accidentally I come to learn there is a time you had an abortion. So I'll come back to you. so you are not getting children because you want an abortion. Maybe it was an accident. And that marriage can end because of that, just because you decided to keep that. So I feel there are things, the moment you are getting to a new relationship, we have to share. What you are thinking, what your mind on this? You tell me.
It is always better that you share everything. You get to know.
Yeah.
That is where getting to know each other comes in, I guess.
Yes.
That is where knowing each other comes in. You get to know my past, and I get to know all your past, and that is where again honesty comes in. You have to be honest. If you love for real, you have to be honest.
Yeah.
You have to be open, because if you don't, it will just come back to you in the future. It will affect the whole thing, and that is where people get to have bitterness.
Yes.
Which leads to some very, very nasty reactions. Like, why didn't you
and that's why I say, and I would rather tell you those bad things that I did back there as my past. You reject me at that moment, when I've not involved my emotions to you, when you have not built anything, you are just starting. It won't hurt me much. Rather than you have involved myself to you emotionally, I've loved you, we have combination, we have shared a lot, you have a lot of things involved, then things comes and that make us separate, or that will make you reject me. How be more hard? It will torture me. But if you rejected me from that point of when you are starting, it won't hurt me much, because you have not shared a bond. There is not too much connection. You are starters, so it won't be a big deal.
Yeah, the earlier the better, I believe. Yeah, you are very right. The earlier the better. If I tell you, and then it also happens that you find some other friends, they come in and they start to manipulate. They tell you, if you don't do this and this, I will tell him about this. So the mess gets even bigger. The mess gets bigger. It would be better if I come to you. I told you, that is where honesty all the way. Honesty comes.
Like you have saying something which escaped my mind. There are many people who are being manipulated by the things they did in the past, but since you decided to hide it, you suffer for the rest of your life. And now that keeps you lying every day. To cover this lie, you have to give another lie. To cover this one, now you become a liar. No. You become a serial liar.
And when you're discovered, things gets worse because you have used bigger lies to cover the lies you could have just sorted before.
Yes, it's
that's why you get if today people you are dating, to love each other so much, and then things go highway.
It's like today we are dating and I just go out with a friend. Okay? Now this person can decide to use me for the rest of my life. If she needs something, I say no, she threatened to tell you.
Yeah.
So so that I'm saying sometimes it's going to, when I threaten you, you just tell me no problem. You just and then go and inform me, because you know you shared everything with this guy. There's no secret.
Yeah.
In fact, I saw another article. There is a man in UK, I think Europe, I don't know specifically where. He divorced his wife when they are 80, when he realized the wife and cheated on him when they were 30.
My goodness.
The guy, they are 80. And he just realizes the wife and cheated him with his best friend when they were 30. And he divorced already at 80. This is something that happened 50 years ago.
And people are not practicing forgiveness these days. What happened to forgiveness?
No, maybe this guy is the entire life was so faithful, and so some things you can hear them and you are like, what? Or maybe at that time at the end of that, maybe the guy was struggling. Maybe it was a place like Saudi Arabia suffering in this hot sun to make sure these people are eating to beyond your life. And so the person was doing his stuff back there. Or maybe when the woman used to keep accusing him of maybe infidelity and so forth, and for him, he knew maybe he was doing nothing, and then he came to realize maybe this person who was accusing me was the person who was doing these stuffs, you know.
Sad, very sad. Oh my goodness, very
when
very sad.
I was laughing. At 8, she cheated at that. Oh my God, you know.
Oh my goodness, what people go through in the name of relationship. I'm sorry, but this thing scares me the hell out of the relationship. Scared the hell out of me. I just.
But me I say,
don't get
there
excited
is one thing
anymore.
I keep telling, even I keep saying is this, and me I keep cause the other time I had discussion with some people, and I came to realize, and nowadays even people, our mothers, age of our mothers and our fathers, they are getting sick. Men are getting out there, they are bringing these diseases to their wives at home. Some old women are going out there, they are bringing, like, there are people I've seen my entire life, they were okay, but now when someone tells me so and so is sick, when they are old, I'm like, how you did not get sick when you are a young girl, young men? When your brand is hot, you are running in there. Now you are getting sick when you are 60. Doesn't even make sense. I want to show you the seriousness of when you see that number of HIV people, and I'm telling you for fact, it's true. Maybe it's even more. I've seen old people, and someone says so and so, you know, so and so got sick, so and so, and I'm like, how on earth at this age? They don't even have a single child in school. Their sons are all married. How is this happening? Now, if these old people are in this mess, now try to think of the people of our age. When you
oh my, that brings me to the question that maybe there's some stage in their youth they skipped or something. There's something that is said that if you skip a stage in your life, you will later have to go back to it. I am not sure how true that is, but people will let us know in the comment section if that is true or it's just a myth. You've heard of that, Mtana?
Yeah. For me, about these things, you skipped when you are young or what, I don't know. But seriously, where we are today, and the world is a mess up. The world is a mess up. I'm telling you, a total mess up. It's a total mess up.
Yeah.
To an extent, now people are telling their partners. Then, if you have to cheat, then use protection because the world is a mess up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Mtana, because
let me give you a short story.
The guy,
I have a friend who went to vacation, and he insisted to the wife, "We have to go for checkup." The wife refused. "Oh, you are doubting me." The guy told him, "It's not a matter of me doubting you. You yourself do know where I'm coming from. Maybe I meet women there, but for the sake, let's just know our status is good." The lady refused and know these people patterned. She said no and no. Now my question, and the guy told him, "You just go tell your parents the reason you have left me is because I've requested for a checkup. We know our status."
Oh
and that's how that marriage ended. Because the guy felt, how can I be working here, suffering, struggling this hot sun? I come back home. Maybe you are doing your own stuff there. You get me sick. I cannot go back to work. He said, "No, you have to do checkup. Let know our status. It's necessary." The lady refused and they patent. That's how that marriage ended.
The guy was very, very bright. That was very clever of him because in this era of people being so selfish, self-centered, you can expect anything. You can expect anything, just about anything. Look, I wanted to give you a point about the older people who are supposed to be mentoring youth and all that.
Yes.
They are the ones who are now engaging in all the fields, all
kind of mess,
vices in the society.
Yeah.
I don't know if you discovered that.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, the kind of stories I was hearing when I went to vacation was like, "Hey, what are you telling me? Are you even for real? No, this cannot be happening." And they are
Oh
all
my
they are
goodness.
60s, my friend. These people are 60s, some are almost heading to 70. Nashindo hii nguvu wanatoa wapi?
Oh my goodness.
Hii nguvu wanatoa wapi?
Instead of them preparing how they
Yeah.
will mentor their sons, how they will mentor their grandchildren, they are the one who are involved in the vices and the filth of this era.
Oh, and may God help us. Aki.
I wonder in whose hands are the youth safe at the moment.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know because no, you know me before I mean the moment I joined TikTok, me I used to see people and one thing the power of social media, you learn a lot of things that you not get, because nowadays people have decided to come out. They don't care. People now will just say it as it is. And now when I look at it, my fear is not even these people being sick. My fear is how healthy they look. Is how healthy they look, my friend. Do you unasikia tu akisema wewe endelea kupima na macho tu? You know, I've seen people have been posting this. They will post someone who claim to be HIV positive, and then they'll let their wewe endelea kupima na macho tu, because the person is so healthy and beautiful, more than even you cannot imagine.
Sad.
Then and another thing,
my goodness, that is scary.
Another thing I want to tell you, and I've been trying to talk to some friends, and when you are doing good in life, you have to be very careful, because people have become so selfish. Okay, Anne is doing good. What can we do? Someone will just get you sick. I'm telling you, Anne. Jealous people. They do anything to have you. They leave you there sick. Women will do anything. Some even are being used by their parents. They know she's sick. Yule kijana analinga sana. Where do this and this. People have to be very careful. There are people who are being trapped to some of these stuffs. Especially because una asshole. Kuna msee pale nje anafeel vibaya. Kuna msee pale she's not happy, is not happy. But they doesn't understand you are struggling, you know?
Society has become something else.
But finally, what I say about HIV is a punishment. I call it a punishment. It's a punishment for infidelity. Because if Anne, you are married today, you are not sick, why should we get sick? If I stick to you and you stick with me, how will we get sick? So it's a punishment for infidelity. Because if you don't get out of your marriage, I doesn't get out of my marriage, how will we get sick? There's no way.
But Mtana, it is sad that some people, especially the stay-at-home moms, who just sit there, take care of the family, make sure the home is clean, make sure that everything is in order. When you come in the evening at home, you can relax knowing that everything is okay.
Yeah.
These people are also infected, but they are innocent.
Yeah.
So that cannot be. We cannot say that it is a punishment for infidelity, because even kids get abused and they get it. Remember that.
There is an innocent person. There is an innocent person suffering for infidelity committed by the partner. You people became one. You became one body. So my mistake punishes both of us. So if I go out there, we became one, have messed up with you. You take vows, you have become one. It's a 1 + 1. This time is not 2, it's 1. So my mistakes takes the 1. Your mistakes destroys the 1, because you became one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This infidelity, if the man didn't go out, that innocent woman at home would be still safe. So it's the 1 + 1 which became 1, which is now finishing the other one. It's so painful. And I feel for that person because she has been sitting there. And many women back in the villages are suffering this. With their husbands working out there, she's innocent there. She has always been there for the children, doing the house chores and so forth. And analetoa tu pale kwa nyumba kwa ametulia.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I've been given stories of men and some they had to be cancelled to even take this medication because they had refused. They could not believe how I've been here.
Yeah.
How you know.
So Mtana, I think people have to change their mindset. People have to change their ways. People have to practice faithfulness, honesty.
Yeah.
And stick to their vows, stick to their partners.
And also
people
partners,
should stop
they have
looking
to sit down
outside because there's nothing good outside.
Yeah, and also partners have to sit down and agree. And are you making sure this man is getting what he needs as a man? You Mtana, is this young lady, this woman in your house getting what she desires as a woman? Because you'll find some women who will punish even men for months. They don't want to be touched, and you expect that man to just stay. There is a man who tortures the woman. She doesn't even feel anything like love. She'll go out, find someone else who treat her well. She'll go out. Sometimes, even us, as we talk of sticking to one partner, you have to make sure, do you treat your partner well? Do you make her, even when she's away, she just feel like coming back home to you? Najua kuna design unaweza treat msee hata akifikiria kukucheat, hiyo nguvu inaisha. Anashindwa sasa aje au unless it's someone who cannot control us. You know that those people who, even if you do what for them, they'll still go out. There are those people who are that way. Even if you treat them a way that nobody has been treated in this world, they'll still go out. But if it's someone who has a discipline, who understands herself, you can treat someone in a way that they feel, no, I cannot betray Anne. I cannot betray my wife. Sometimes you are tempted, but when you are about to do it, you remember, Anne, no, I cannot do this. Make sure your partner, there's one thing I said today, make sure your partner misses you. There is something that your partner carries in his end. Your partner wishes to finish his duty and come back home to you. Or even if you are working, you'll find her calling you, can I come and take you for lunch? Because she feels you, he feels you. There's that connection. Like you feel it's her. If it's not her, there's nobody else. But if that thing is not there, that's why women and men they can be fixed anytime and you find them doing stuffs. Because if you come to the house, you people are like two strangers. You are harsh, you run to each other, you sleep, you wake up in the morning, you shower, you go to office, another one goes to the office. So there's nothing. Communication, there's no communication. Like they're just two people living in the same house, but there's nothing.
Yeah, I think Mtana, on that point, the people in marriage should work as a team.
Yes.
They should work as a team, right? Yeah, right. And have discussions with themselves. I'm not in that. I'm not in that kind of relationship. But what I think, according to me, if they have discussion with themselves about what is going on, what should they change? Yeah.
Also, there are
that's
those
how they will come up with the best relationship ever.
Women need small things. Appreciate your woman. If there's one thing men have never known, any man who is watching this one, appreciate your woman. Just tell her you look beautiful. You look smart. I love your dress. Tell your woman these ones. Don't just look at her like she's just a human being, just something. The moment she steps out, she meets a man and tells you, wow, and today you look beautiful. She'll feel good. She's like, even my husband has never told me that.
Definitely.
Yes. So from time to time, tell your husband, you look good. Check his shirt and tell him you look smart. Dress him. Sometimes even tell him, no, change that shirt. It doesn't look good on you. Wear this one. Wear this shoe. Make him feel appreciated. But you people,
Yes,
in the morning
Mtana.
you wake, one goes way, the other one the other way, and that's all. And now there is another man in your office, an accountant, who Jesus, today you are looking amazing. She passes, oh, I love your shoe. I love your smile. No, and then these things, you don't hear them at home.
Yes.
So you become
Mtana,
a friend to this
I
person.
think also
Tomorrow, and can I take you for a lunch? You just go on an innocent lunch without anything in your mind, like I'm doing it. And one step to another, you find yourself in a room, in a room. And at the starting and you are like, how did I even get here? After now, you are done it. How did you even get here? Even you don't know. Because there is that, you have to appreciate that person, make her feel like a woman, make her feel like a man. For men, not even appreciating them. For men, all they need is respect. If you undermine a man, if you make him look small, if you make him look like he's useless, that man, you are losing him. For a woman, all she needs is understand her, listen to her, appreciate those small things she does, make her feel she's that special person. And if she goes out and you are doing all these things and you are making sure you start, then she has a problem, or he has a problem also.
yes, Mtana. I also think vice versa is also applicable. Vice versa is also applicable. While men should be complimenting their wives, men should compliment their ladies. Ladies should also do the same. And mainly in marriage, people should practice faithfulness.
Yeah.
Because of course, temptations will come. Remember David in the Bible?
Yes.
There was temptation, and this one was a big deal. It's the queen here. We're talking about the queen, Mtana. We're talking about the queen. Yeah. But what did Joseph do?
Joseph also was tempted.
He preferred to run away from the palace. Yeah. So nobody should blame a lack of compliments for infidelity. Yeah. It's not. It's nothing advocates for that. Okay.
I accept what you are saying.
If your husband is not
I'm not saying we
complimenting you,
but complimenting, yes, complimenting, is appreciation. I'll take you to the structure, or how a human being is set on his mind. There are things that you women naturally are new. I'm telling you this one for free. Together with the discipline in you, Anne, today, let me tell you something. If I come to the house and you are like two strangers in the same house, then you have a friend, just a mere friend, who listens to you. Sometimes when you become strangers, you start distancing. There are things you need to share with me, but I'm not available. You get me? I'm available physically, but I don't listen to you. Now, these things you start sharing to anybody who gives you a ear. Maybe you have an issue. Maybe you have a challenge at work. You need to talk to your husband. I'm passing through this. Maybe it's torturing you. You need someone to listen to you and tell you these things happen. Take heart. Things will be okay. You just need that. But I'm not there as your husband. But you have a friend who you open to and he listens to you. You talk. And when maybe you are down, you just feel, I'm back now again. At least I feel relieved. So the moment these things are there, you start distancing from that person you married as a husband. You start now becoming the stranger, and you start finding friendship. You start finding peace. You start finding attention to another person, not because you want, but because you have been pushed aside. I don't know if Anne, I'm staying with you and I don't appreciate you, I don't recognize you, I'm not listening to you. Trust me, you will never, if someone else comes and is there to listen to you, you find yourself being close to, if you want to talk, you find yourself running to that person. If that person had interest in you, by the time you realize, they might take advantage of you, not because you wanted it, but you find yourself in that
Let me tell you.
That's why I'm saying you should
Mtana,
make sure you don't push your partner away from you.
Mtana, a point of correction. That is
Yeah.
where there are institutions like for guiding and counseling. That is where the institutions, every town, even online, we have them. Nothing advocates for falling for another man or being a victim of mercy infidelity, we might call it. Yani, you're going to get into other relationships out of you blame lack of attention. You blame lack of affection, as in somebody to listen to you. You can as well book a session with the counselor. That's where the counselors comes in. They are everywhere, online and in every town there is. So if you need somebody to talk to you, you can hire a counselor. So that one should that one should not advocate for infidelity. People should not expose themselves. Mtana, last point. People should not get vulnerable. People need to get cautious. People need to have open eyes. Yeah, we are living in a different era.
I stand to be corrected.
And the boundaries also.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, I don't know if you get me.
Yeah.
I think if you get vulnerable, of course you will get used right, left, and center. We are living in a different era where, Mtana, if you need somebody to talk to, you can hire. I just saw another friend who posted in her WhatsApp status that she's available. If you want her to listen to you, 500 Kenya shillings. If you want her to cry, 1,000 to cry with you, to listen to your problems. I think that is so interesting.
But now, Anne,
so we must not blame that. We must not blame that for committing infidelity.
That's another line that also attaining education. This is another line attaining people to be enlightened. When these are getting out of hand, there are better places. There are better places maybe you can learn for help, you know. But in this scenario, I'm not advocating for someone going for that other person just because you have been neglecting some whatever things.
Yeah.
My point is this. Sometimes you find yourself in a situation. I want you to get this situation. Yes, you can say you get this a counselor for how many days, for how long. But now in my office, I have Anne on the next desk. We share the same office. And when I come in this office in the morning, when I'm heartbroken, down, this is the person who notices what's going on with me. And today, the person I work with, there is maybe one guy who is close to me. Sometimes I'll share that, bro, I'm going through this and this and this and this and this. Okay. So these people, to some extent, when these people, I seem to say this, you find to some extent when these people are sharing, they are not sharing because they didn't have an option or they didn't even have a counselor. Maybe even they see counselors. But it's a session for an hour or that minute or 2 hours. But there's Anne who works with me 8 hours. There's Anne who notices when I'm sleeping in my desk. There's Anne who notices today I didn't even go for lunch. I slept on my desk. So this is a person who is more closer to me. And I said, if this person has a bad intention, will take advantage of the situation. Most of these people, they are taking advantage of the situation he or she is going through. You get it? And now I see Anne is struggling, and Anne will tell me is my husband. Me as a man, the moment Anne is my husband, some pretend to be so good because now they want to get your attention. And now they become so nice, and these are the people now when you come to the office, you share, they encourage you. They have become these angels on earth, but they are not those angels. They realize there is a problem you are suffering, and they are taking advantage of this issue. But me seated back at home, I've completely forgotten about you. So at the end of the day, and don't confuse this for someone going to get attention to other people. There is someone who is getting into that thing because there's someone who has introduced himself as an angel to solve all these issues. Oh, like today I asked him to give me some money, maybe to buy this and this and this. I didn't have cash, he didn't give me, and he's like, just have this for today, it can solve your problems. You know, there's this person is within. It's someone you can reach out to. So at the end of the day, if it's a man or a woman who earned an eye on you, you are vulnerable to that man or that woman to take advantage of the situation. That was my point on that line.
Now, Mtana, that is where boundaries comes in. That is where boundaries comes in. You should have boundaries. When you are going to be vulnerable to somebody, you're going to tell him about your problems. You're going to share with him your sorrows. There should be a boundary. People should set boundaries. It should not go to this extent. And people are failing on this one. People fail miserably here because people don't want to set boundaries.
I agree on people failing on boundaries, but to some extent, and it helps because as we said, depression, there is a time we discussed about depression at the beginning of this live. Depression most of the times comes because of holding. The boundaries, there are things I cannot share. So I'm holding them on me. I'm carrying all this burden on me. All this burden is piling on me. There are people who all protect these boundaries for so long, and now it gets to a level, they feel, no, I'll burst. I'm losing it. Others, it will start affecting them in terms of their work. You start losing it at work. You cannot concentrate. There is something you are holding. You don't want to put your family problems out there. So you are still carrying them, hoping tomorrow things will change. Tomorrow things will change. But they are getting worse. So you are carrying a very big load on your end and you don't want to release it. At the end of the day, they become depression. You start making blunders at work. Tomorrow, the manager now is on your neck. Now you're having two problems. At home, and now you are making mistakes at the job. The supervisor is on your neck. There's no peace at home. At the end of the day, it might even either lose the job. Now, all these things start piling on you. So to get to some point, no, as Mtani will feel no, and I'm dying. There's something. You get to that point, you feel now, I cannot hold it anymore. Plus also, your workmate, they're pressuring you. What's wrong with you, Anne? We know you. You are changing. You're not okay. Your attitude is changing. What's happening? I'm okay. You keep saying, and if you get to that point, you feel no, I can't hide anymore. And you're like, Anne, I need to open to you. I need to talk to you. I'm going through this and this and this and this. That's how it goes. Sometimes people don't want to speak about their issues. They keep them for so long, but they get to that point, you are boiling. You can't hold it anymore. It's killing you slowly. You are dying inside. Not many people are dying inside.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we hear someone took poison. Like this lady I saw taking poison in front of his husband. This DJ, whoever, I don't remember the name. That lady was already dead inside. I'll tell you this for free. She was dead inside. It was just the body which was there. Whatever she was going through, she was dead. She had already taken maybe too much and avoided sharing or maybe exposing her family because she's hoping for tomorrow things will be better. And you die and you are left nothing. So you just do anything because it's just the body which is there, the spirit is gone. So that's why people get out of those boundaries. You feel you cannot hold anything anymore. It's time to burst and remove everything in you and maybe now start a new page. And now through this one, that's why many people will get it right. Others will make mistakes along this path.
Sad. Yeah. But
so
that is
pushes people to that level. And I can push you and you feel no, I'm not getting out of it, I will not share. And in Africa place you feel no, this one is getting out of hand, I'll die. And in fact, me sometimes I feel those people who talk sometimes they get to that point and they just pick out, these are the people who survive a long life. I'm telling you, you get them out before they kill you. Others are dying of ulcers, cancer, because you have found a lot of things trying to protect something maybe that is not even working. Cover up for a marriage which is not working. If you are mistreating me, I'm still there covering because we have this reputation. Reputation, my food, that's why I say sometimes. We'd rather walk our path.
Better.
Yeah. Because
that is where also
we are about to add before. Let me say this. I give you. You say you are parting short because I see time is running. I want to say this. Then I'll give you time. It will be the one to close for me today. I want to say this. In a marriage, Anne, don't wait until you get to that dropping point, to that last drop where you cannot even save yourself again, where you cannot pick yourself again. Something which cannot work, you are going to know it. This one is, that one lie to you. Something that won't work, you try to shape it this way, you try to kubembeleza it this way, you try to do it this way, and it get to a point and you feel no. Sometimes we live in denial, but at the back of your mind, you know this thing is going nowhere. If you get to that point, stop now having that thing only in your end. Bring it to reality. It doesn't have to be a fight. You know, the relationship that maybe they are not working out because you people, you know, anyone is going out, but there are those people who are not compatible, behavior-wise. You are not connecting. Sit down and say, okay, we tried this. You are not the first people. It's not working. Instead of you killing me and I leave you suffering with these children, or instead of you killing me, let's do co-parenting. Wacha tulea watoto tukua kando. If at all maybe somewhere you are going to find ourselves is okay, but for now, I think we are doing ourselves more harm than good. At some point in a marriage, people have to get to that conclusion. For the sake, if at all you love these children, for the sake of these children that you care so much about, go your separate ways. Because there are some things to see, the more you stick there, the more you are killing each other. So, my part in short, in a marriage, if you feel it's not working, don't force it.
Yeah.
Don't force it.
Sure. Mtana. Also, this is where, what is this? This is where counseling comes in. This is where also counseling comes in. It's not necessary that you have to go to those institutions where people are offered these services.
Umesalimua na Alima.
Yeah, you can as well go to church. You can go to your parents before it's too late.
Yeah. Anne is
Alima is saying hi.
Halima, welcome.
Halima, thank you for coming. Hi. Thank you for coming, Halima.
In fact, we have been so busy.
How are you? How was your Sunday?
Imagine Halima send I at 2. Already it's already 11 minutes and I'm just seeing it now. So, Anne, you are parting short. What do you want to tell us as we end today's topic on marriage?
And relationships and all that.
Yes.
So what I can say probably is people should practice honesty. People should stick to their partners, so that the children can be. We can have better families for tomorrow. Because what children are seeing in this time is not something encouraging, which might lead to actions that we will regret in future.
Yeah.
This includes not limited to kids deciding to stay single.
Yeah.
Because they don't admire what they saw in their childhood.
Yeah.
And worse, that I might not like to talk about because it's another subject on its own, a very wide and concerning one. So everybody who will watch this as a parent or a parent to be should get into marriage with one intention, and should not have double mind or one leg inside, one leg outside. They should know that the future depends on them, how the children will be, what the children will be, if they will be gaslighters, if they will be narcissists. This is coming from home. This is coming from home. They say the apples don't fall far away from the apple tree. So Mtana, thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. And as I finish, there is something I said important. Don't put all your legs together. Don't put your legs apart. Don't put one leg this side, another leg the other side. That's the problem you're having. People are having divided attention. Uko kule, uko uku. You cannot handle both sides. You have to keep your legs on the same spot, move as one team, because marriage is a team. Because as I said, somewhere I said, that's why in a marriage, it's 1 + 1. It's not 2, it's 1. You become one. Marriage is where you people, if you fight today, it doesn't have to wake up tomorrow. You are still annoyed of a fight you earned yesterday. Whatever you earned yesterday, let it end there. And there is something I say. If you are listening to this, if you have a wife or a husband and you disagree, now keep the title husband and wife aside. Now come sit down as friends, come on my bestie, and discuss the issue. I said, I tell my wife this every day. If we fight, let you now just forget I'm your husband. I just forget you are my wife. Let's now sit down as friends. Let's now discuss this issue. Come on, Marafiki, and ask now. Whatever Nick did, is it okay? Whatever you whatever Ann did, is it okay? We discuss now like friends. If you can practice this in our marriages, where we have an issue, we don't fight. We say now, let's put the title aside. Let's sit down as friends and now try to solve these issues. After you solve, now come back. I realize my mistake. And let people learn to say, I'm sorry. If you make a mistake, learn to accept. I did a mistake, and not just I'm sorry, and promise never to repeat it again. It's very necessary. People should not keep fighting those fights. Yes.
Mtana, all parents should normalize. All parents should normalize fighting in private. Even if it's argument. They should go in the bedroom and close the door, argue there until they reach an agreement. They argue there, they fight there, not physical. I don't advocate for physical fighting.
Not physical,
you can have your exchange of words, but very far away from the kids. And when parents are fighting, they should never involve the children, because when you guys were meeting, we were not there. We were not there.
Exactly.
Why do you want us to be there when you're disagreeing?
Also, you keep children on a traumatizing point or in a confusion state where they don't know who to support, who to listen to, who you keep them in that situation, which is very hard for the children.
People should normalize that.
Yes, and also you should make sure there is no issue in a marriage that is left unattended. If you have an issue, don't leave it unattended. Don't say, okay, let's just leave it and move on. It will still come up. Make sure if there was an issue, whichever way, solve it and make sure it has been solved and left left that way. It has been solved. There was a conclusion. There was a solution to that mistake. But if you keep having issues, it's left unsolved. Tomorrow you have another one unsolved. So every time you'll be fighting, you'll keep reminding each other the issue which was not solved. So make sure in a marriage, every time you have an issue, before you move on, before you get to the next level, before you get to that level of, okay, I'm sorry I did this, make sure it's solved. Then you get to the point of, okay, I'm sorry. When it's solved, not left halfway, because it will come up again.
Mtana, especially as the lady, we are very good at piling. I hear this every time. We are very good. Remember what you did in 1940? Yeah, it's good
Yeah,
to.
so you have to make sure
They normally say actually you should not sleep with unsolved issues.
Exactly.
You should not sleep
Because it was
with
not
an
solved.
unsolved issue.
Okay, thank you for coming to my channel. It was in fact it's a fruitful conversation. I'm so happy and so educative, and I'm so happy. Like, you are pushing me, you are making me do some things I've not been doing, and I feel you should be doing more of these. You should come up with more topics. Another time you have time, just invite me. We'll come and discuss more. Like, it's not all about me and you, but I know there are some people learning a lot out there. And like, serious, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for being here. And I will still invite you again and again. I appreciate so much.
Yeah. Very true. Mtana, what you said is very true. After the lives, normally people come to the inbox and talk, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. They might not say anything here, but they normally come to the inbox, and I can tell you that people get inspired, people get encouraged and motivated. For sure.
That's good.
That is 100%. People are going through so much at this time.
My people, if you happen to see this live, please make sure you go to Official Ann Mwaura, subscribe to our channel, like, share our video. She's doing great work there. So please, guys, make sure you go there, catch her. She's a great person with a big heart. So make sure, guys, you go there and subscribe to our channel. So, guys, without further ado, not too much to say today. I will tell you guys, thank you for sticking to Mtana TV show. Thank you for the
so
support.
much for the compliments.
Na nawapenda sana So tunamaliza na kusema aje, Ann? Tunamaliza na kusema na ni Mtana tena ama
Yeah, Mtana, you should give the ni Mtana tena for sema ni Mtana tena. Yeah, that's
tunamwambia ni Mtana tena.
Yeah.
Okay, and thank you
that
so
much.
That
is your signature. Your takeaway.
Yeah, that's my signature, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye until we meet again, my dear. Thank you so much. And to my people, bye. Nawapenda sana.